Nice touch.
Let's go.
So, I'm here with Nick from... Your name, right?
I'm Nick.
Okay.
Nick from Elder, exactly.
Yeah, I'm here with Nick from Elder, and we're going to talk about all sorts of things for EMP.
Okay.
Now, so how was the sound check? How did you find the room, everything?
Great. Actually, you experience so many different kinds of rooms, shapes and sizes, and soundboards, and it sounded really great up there for the first time in a couple shows, which is always refreshing because it's sometimes a battle to make everything sound suitable. At least on stage, you always hope that it sounds good in the room, but our sound guy is very good and he's very satisfied, so I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, because the thing is that actually we saw you in Portugal, in Melito, remember?
I do.
And we actually spoke about the thing. We were like, the music is great, but the sound...
Not so great.
Nah, not so hot.
Yeah.
And, well, basically it was outside, sound wasn't too good, whatever. So,
that was actually the tour that made us realize we finally need to stop being such cheap asses and pay for a sound guy. Because after a certain number of bad experiences where you just know it doesn't sound good and you don't have a good time on stage, it's kind of a necessary, not necessary evil, but it's a necessary expense.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the kind of stuff that you really need to, as you grow and have enough terrible experiences.
Yeah.
You really need to pay some guy for
you're usually thinking like, oh, he's the house sound guy. He knows his room. He knows, but he doesn't know your band.
No.
You know, and maybe he's a bad house guy. So
absolutely. I mean, I remember with a band I was in before, the sound guy was actually checking us while eating his dinner. I was like, nah, we're not going to sound that great. Stand next to your amps, go with it.
totally.
Okay, so that drove up. So basically, you guys are growing. You're going like bigger, and I hear more and more people know about Elder. And it's only at the same time that you are going into more complex, deeper subject matter. And how do you feel about that?
Good. I don't necessarily think that the subject matter is the thing that's reaching people, although I hear this sometimes. But it's been kind of a slow-burning, very organic thing with the band that we've been playing for 12 years now, and have enough records out. After a while, people start to take notice, and I think actually we're doing something a little bit unique in the scene right now, which is kind of loaded and really filled with a lot of too many bands doing the same sort of shtick. So the sort of progression and that extra experimental aspect that we have, I think that really resonates with people who are also maybe becoming disillusioned with the sort of monotone nature of the rest of the stoner doom thing.
Yeah, actually, one of the questions was, I think it's already answered, and it's, is stoner like on its way out?
I don't know. I think it's still definitely a big thing right now. It feels kind of like a bubble, Like when we started the band, I think there was already this like stoner rock revival going on, and we were just sort of growing along with that. And it was kind of a lucky time period to start a band in this genre. Mm-hmm. But judging on the number of festivals and shows and audience attendance for this kind of music, I don't think it's going away anytime soon. But then I hope it's not. It is. It's something like an authentic rock and roll scene, which maybe didn't exist so much in the '90s, or wasn't so big. So I'm happy that it is full of a lot of good people and good bands too. Yeah. Even if I find a lot of bands boring,
Yeah, me too. Because you see, the thing is that the problem is that often some stoner bands just use repetition to get the message home. And you guys obviously write different parts. It's more, I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but it's more progressive.
Yeah.
And that drove me to think like progressive rock has been the outcast of rock forever, but it's always been there. I mean, in one shape or another, it's always been there. So, do you think it will ever become as popular as stoner rock?
Prog rock, no. I really don't think it has mainstream appeal. And even stoner rock doesn't really have that much mainstream appeal, but it's, I hate to say it, but it's dumb enough music where it could have mass appeal. You know, it's this kind of beer drinking, pot smoking, bang your head along to it because it's a groovy and it's loud and it's a heavy sound.
Yeah.
And progressive rock, it is kind of so much, sometimes way too much, like thinking man's rock music. And like, I don't know, I think there's a reason why prog rock went the way of the Buffalo in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because it just got way too bloated, too crazy, and too ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see like super progressive music becoming famous again. It would be cool if it did. You know, but like bands like Yes and King Crimson, like them, new bands reaching that same level of fame, doing that same style of music. I don't know. Judging on like people's taste in pop music or even popular rock music, it just doesn't seem like thinking people's music is going to be big ever.
Yeah, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
So,
but it's also, I mean, we've always existed in some sort of subculture, and the underground is great. Like I don't ever want to be part of something that's super mainstream and super, just overblown and exaggerated. There's something nice about being in something exclusive, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for being your own man. Mm-hmm. And that actually, there's the other topic, and it's you guys, I mean, you are working for your record company.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've done some research. Yeah.
So basically, that's how matched your own man you are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you obviously have creative control. Do you have some input into decisions in the record company?
Oh yeah, it's. I'm the third employee. It's the two founding. Well, it's a man and his wife, and they're the CEOs, if you will, and they've been the whole label for the 20-something years that they've been around. And just in the past 2 years have I become their first real employee. And we're a team. Obviously I'm not making the big decisions because I'm learning. Running a record label is no easy task. But yeah, definitely. I mean, we all have say.
Okay, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're there like taking phone calls.
Yeah, I'm not the intern. I'm not like the making coffee or something
that's
like
the thing.
that. Yeah.
And I find that to be rarer and rarer, where you can really do your own thing, live with it, and just keep making a living.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we're really fortunate to even just have the music aspect of things go so well.
Yeah.
Doing it on our own terms and not having to pander to bigger labels or, whore ourselves out to PR agencies or something. Of course, there's a certain amount of, visibility you need to achieve through payment, but yeah, we're extremely fortunate that we've had followers even without that sort of big support.
Yeah, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I mean, because you see, I'm an illustrator. I've had to do terrible, shitty things for horrible video games for mobile for like years. So, mad respect.
Oh. Maybe one day you can break free of that too. I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will come. Now, the other thing, which is an obvious aspect, and it's so you guys live far away from each other, and how does it work? Do you use like Dropbox or?
Yes, here's an advertisement for Dropbox.
Oh, terrible! No, well,
I'm kidding. We do use Dropbox, of course. This is just a joke. The way we work actually is I record pretty much everything. I'm writing all the music, and I have something like a home studio that I record with. and I send the ideas to the guys, and they kind of, send me some sort of feedback or revision. And at least this is the way it's been working for the past 2 years, because before then we did live at least on the same continent. But that's the way we did it for the last record, Reflections of a Floating World, that I wrote everything, sent it to the guys, they learned it, they practiced on their own, and we met up like a week before we recorded to rehearse it together, and then we hit the studio. And it worked really well, actually. I was kind of surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to add? 'Cause I don't want to drag this like too long.
No, not really. I don't know.
Well, have fun with the gig,
Thank you.
and hope to see more of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the
Thanks a
intro.
ton.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks a ton.
Yeah, of course.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Ja, du
Ja.
auch ein bisschen.